1, 2. On, off. This is the Mr.Nobody podcast, episode 5. It is a grief journal. It's a project where instead of dumping on my friends and family, or even on my activities or a therapist, I do it here. I try to say the things I don't want to say, that I'm sorry I feel. You only have one job. It's easy to say the right things. It's hard to say the real things. And that is not to get addicted. That is not to get addicted. That is not to opiates. I've been trying to process my son's decision, his choice, to process his absence. It must be really good. To wrap my head around over 100,000 people killing themselves, self-murder by narcotics. It must be really. It's like 105,000. Imagine if you saw just 5,000 dead people. Really good. Who unnecessarily killed themselves and made some douchebag rich. Let us not forget that. A cartel, wealthy. Blood money. Soul money. Up through the chimney. I wanted you to fly. Dark. Right up or down. Through the Access Monday. It reminds me of when Mickey Mouse got the baton and couldn't control the sunrise because the drugs were too strong. You foolish mouse. You have one job. I told that to my son yesterday. I was just looking at everybody really has that job. A seal from a tiny little ring from ancient Greece, where there's a goddess sitting on a chair. She's holding a poppy with the 7 stars of the Pleiades above her head. Something of knowledge, deep knowledge of nature, the skies, celestial knowledge. That's not something you can buy on the corner. You know what profanity is? It's the non-recognition of the sacred. I think the profane absolutely needs to occur for a balanced existence, but it has to be recognized for what it is, another dimension of the sacred, not something which we abuse. They used the poppy and its extracts to intoxicate themselves to achieve knowledge. Your intentions are not relevant. Only your actions. And the results. I'm so glad I didn't find your body, son. I've been so grateful to the people who did. Loving people that found your body. Those loving you off your bed, people that found your body, revive you, and pulled you off your bed onto the floor, doing CPR, weeping, screaming, in shock. As they cried. Horror. Human body, a waste. Waste of a perfectly good human. Sacred. You belong to others. It's just my opinion, but I think we are misusing sacred things, like heroin, like weed. There's this fucking kid in the subway yesterday just blaring music and smoking weed in the subway. Fuck have we become? That shit's clearly too strong for that kid. There's a guy on my street where I train. I've been bringing him clothing, food. He's a beautiful guy, but he is lost in the alcoholism. I don't know where he came from, what got him there. You can use my phone, call your family. And we talk. He's lucid, intelligent, but hunched over, his head just bent down. It's not the intention. It's not the intention. Going down. It's the result. It's the result. What can I do? You have one job. He has a name too, by the way. It's Michael. Somebody named you. I had this crazy idea of trying to approach some billionaires and say, you've got a lot of extra money. Give me, $1 million and let me do this art project. Just give people 50 grand and say, it's your choice. You can get yourself out or kill yourself. Loving people that found your body, pulled you off your bed onto the floor, tried to revive you 12 hours after you died. I wanted you to know how to think. I wanted you to know how to protect yourself. I wanted you to know how to play the guitar. I have to figure out a way. I once told you that I would feel terrible if you told me at 25 years old, Dad, I wish you really, insisted that I play the guitar or learn to protect myself or go to school. Did I push you into this? Every decision you make is who you are. You gotta slow things down. You never get good that way. Just add one piece. Slow is slow. Just one piece. At a time. And trust it. I don't trust the system. I think I know better. Interesting. But that's why I'm here, to learn, to undo me. One thing I do is I give my all. How do you know that? How do you know that? You had one job. We each have one job, really. And that's not to become addicted to booze or opiates, or even just being a dick. If I learn what to do, I won't be afraid. That's the system. We have one job. And I have to trust it. I can't do it for you. I can help you lift it onto your shoulders. I can help you lift it. I can't help you put it down. I have been wrong about everything. But I still keep looking. I still want to know. He'll do it. He'll become a great fighter or a great guitarist or self-realize, a person of character. I can't do it for him. It doesn't mean anything if you can't control it. If you can't control your dick or your need for drugs or whatever. If you can't control it, I tried to teach him. I know I did teach him. And he taught me too. That's one of those things that you say. I'm looking right at it. I never see it coming. Figure out two of the sides. It's not your intention that matters. It's the result. You have one job. If my son were alive and I got to talk to him, I would say, you're addicted. Now you're, in serious fuck swamp. And it's going to be up to you. It's already too late, isn't it? You can't fight it because those drugs are too strong. Whatever that feeling is that you get, that knowledge that you think you get there, or maybe the escape is so complete that that's the knowledge you need, that you seek. I would tell him it's wrong to kill himself. And I'm not talking at the end of your life or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. Poisoning your body. At least with heroin. Because you're not trying to, end your suffering. You're caught in a web. You're prolonging it. 105,000 people. And that's maybe 700,000 broken hearts. Think of all the other cases we don't know of, or that are just about to happen. Maybe you're just about to kill yourself. Because that's what it is. It's not dealing, it's not processing, it's not... It's murder, man. Pretty much. Only your actions, pretty much. It's fucking murder. Pythagoras was murdered by a mob. And the results. People thought he was a god. He traveled all over the known world, studied for years. I think he was in his 60s when that happened. What have we become? I'm proud of everything you did, son, except for that. Your intention. Your intention. Your intention. Your intention. The older people keep secrets from us. Things that we're not supposed to know, or know too soon. Because they know. They found out too soon. I've been getting high since I was 13. And it was a release from all the bullshit. My father's torment. My father, he was sexually abusing his kids, including me. The lies. He was a religious man. You shouldn't have to protect yourself from your parents or your kids. You shouldn't have to protect yourself from yourself. I plan to talk about my mixed martial art training, but it's just so vulgar to talk about. Let me just say, it's hard work following and trusting the system. I don't trust the system. But that's why I'm there. To undo me. And it's up to me to figure it out. I've got one job. I get frustrated with myself, but then I improve just a little bit. Just want to keep stacking that. But I can't do it for you. I see your picture. Your picture sees me. It sends me into a thing. Drinking, smoking, and fucking. I'm so sorry, son. I'm so sorry, son. I'm so sorry, son. There was this one time, bad story. I had a recording session at way too early in the morning. And I had been forcing things to happen. And I was going to pick up my son to come with me. was going to last a whole day and into the evening. And I picked him up in Queens in front of his friend's apartment. And right when he got in the car, there was just something terribly off. I was so scared. But whatever it was, it compelled me to do something I never did before, which was smash my hand into the steering wheel. And I did it so hard I broke it. I remember yelling, "God damn it," and hitting it on the word damn. The next thing I remember is I was on the side of the street, and my son was sitting next to me in the passenger seat on the phone with 911, and he was crying. And I never heard him cry. It's like I died and came back. It's like I died and came back. Yeah, it was like returning from the dead and being awoken by his cry. How did we come to this? How did we get here? This is not who I want us to be. Maybe it's not that intentions don't matter, but it is that they should be congruent with your actions. They should align with your actions. That way, if you're a shitty person, you can be identified. Correct. 105,000 people. Are you about to kill yourself? Are you about to try something sacred? Something you can't control yet. Pythagoras said to treat every problem like a triangle, like it has 3 sides. Reconcile 2 of the sides, and you'll figure out the 3rd. He was murdered by a mob. I never saw that coming. We're all in danger all the time. That's why you, in my opinion, shouldn't expedite it. Maybe life isn't worth living to some people, but I think it is. Even though incredible things have been hidden from us. Truth about things like drugs and sex being evil. It's not. So much is here to suppress us. But it's because the older generation are afraid. They're completely terrified because they know that those drugs are really, really fucking strong. So is it sacred or profane? The answer is yes. Only your actions. You cannot handle it. You're like Mickey Mouse, trying to control the sunrise. To try to explain that. And the results. Eventually, you can do it. Heroin makes you a narcissist. You were an excellent person. That's why this sucks. And that's why I'm doing this. Are you out there? Fentanyl, thinking about it? Thinking you can control it? Foolish, foolish boy. Where are you? Only your actions. Tomorrow. And the results. It's all about tomorrow. It's all about today. You have one job, son. Daedalus was a master builder and designer, and he built this maze that the king did not want its secrets revealed, so he imprisoned him and his son. But being the inventor, the scientist, the man of knowledge that he was, he constructed 2 sets of wings out of paper and paste. And he and his son Icarus flew over the wall. And the wings worked. But he said, this is serious shit. You have to keep it at a very specific altitude, and for only this purpose, to escape. My knowledge was used to help us survive. And the results. Icarus fell because he flew too high, and he drowned. Those drugs were too strong. He toyed with the knowledge of what it is to fly. I am a fool, because I thought my son had escaped. Instead, he drowned. An entire universe was extinguished. A pattern of existence. A deconstruction of our myths. Your death could be masterful. It could be beautiful. Not disgraceful, not shameful. It's not exactly an accident if you're using. As a kid, I was just fascinated by violence, sex, drugs. And then when I heard rock and roll, I was ecstatic, transported. It was tremendum. It was frightening. A narcotic, powerful, trance-inducing. You got one job. It is misunderstood as profane. So the older generation has lied to us. They've deceived us with their morality and their religions. They've told us that the things that are most illuminating and liberating are harmful and evil. And the problem is that they can be. We take them too far because those sacred things that we have distorted are just too fucking strong for you. You're like Mickey Mouse trying to conduct a sunrise. Mr. Nobody.